Look what's coming today. It's my very last berry plants I'll be buying. Let's have it open up and have a look. Look at that, it's peeking out. Hi baby. Let's get him out of there. There they are. That was quite an oversized box, but they're looking really good. I'll take them out and I'll show you what they are. I'm super excited. So we've got them out here. These two little ones. I'll have a look at the first one first. This is a exciting one. It is a pink currant. There we go. And I did actually have one of these last year. I got a really tiny little twig from them and it just did not do well at all. I think it was a bare root one and don't know, it just did not take off. It was maybe a bit sickly to start with. So I thought I want to get a really good one. The thing about these kind of plants, currants in general, is that they're so easy to root and propagate. So I can actually show you a little video I did earlier this year when I was pruning a yosterberry I just bought. I had little cuttings from it because I was pruning it and they just rooted so quickly. I've got a whole other plant that way. So once you've got a really good healthy plant going, you can just keep on making copies of them all the time, which is a really wonderful thing. And that's how I'm going to stop myself from buying any more berries. Once I have enough, I can just keep making more and more if I need them. But I wanted to get a really healthy one first, and actually saying that, this one looks like it has some kind of mildew or something on it. Doesn't look good. I'll have to have a look and see. I don't want to spread any diseases to my plants. Don't want to bring any diseased plants into the garden really. So I'm going to put it to one side and keep it away from the others and see if what I can do. I don't like spraying anything, but I'll have to make sure it's healthy before I put it into the garden, because that could just spread loads of diseases and that'd be really awful. Some kind of mildew or something on it. Look at that. That does not look like a healthy little thing, does it? Well, we'll have a look and see what that is. But meanwhile, this is one I'm actually also really excited about. It is a Pineapple Guava, a named variety called Triumph. And I've tried looking for one of these for a long time. What I did last year, I bought an unnamed variety, which I think means it was just grown by seed. But here it is. It was easily smaller than this guy when I got him. And a year later, here he is. See if I can get his full size in. He is really growing. He's in a pot. They are really hardy. I could put them into the garden, but as I've said before, my patio is one of the warmest and sunniest spots. So I like to leave them out here because then they get enough sunshine. I mean, they are tropical, but they're also hardy. So it can be outside all winter. You want to protect it from cold winds, and so I'm actually going to move it into my protected courtyard, which is still outside, but it's not, there's no bad winds can get to it, no freezing winds and everything, so that will keep it happy, I hope. But they do well here. And this one, I just thought, they are self-fertile, but I just thought if I got another cultivar, they can cross-pollinate, and that would probably help them even more. Do even better, because they always do better with some cross-pollination. So that's why I got this little Triumph here. Hopefully they'll flower at the same time. I'm not sure when they're going to start flowering, but hopefully it won't be too long. So I'll get this guy potted up and put him somewhere near the other one. So he's called Triumph. Be really fun to see how they do. He looks really nice too. They've got such beautiful leaves, look at them. And then the flowers are so stunning. So hopefully at some point I can show you those flowers, but they're really beautiful things. And as we can see from the other one, they do well in pots. So I'll get on with potting them up and get them all settled in. I want to get them settled in and start growing before the winter, because we're in the very end of September now, so it's going to start getting cold soon. And I want to have them put away somewhere nice and safe for the whole winter, and then hopefully we'll have lots of wonderful growth next year. I mean, look at him, he's actually really doing really well, this new one. He's got lots of little tiny leaves coming up. All summer, the other ones shot leaves like this too, and I'd be thinking, ooh, are there any flowers? But no, there were not any flowers. They were just leaves. They look like that. Like little buds, really sweet things. So I'm really happy with those, and I do hope that the other pink currant's going to be okay too. I've just got the Pineapple Guava all ready to be planted in. So I've got some soil down here, just regular compost. It's a real good thing that he's not too picky about what kind of compost. It's just a really good, healthy one. And I've got all the compost ready here. Put him down so I could see exactly how much I needed. So there we go. That's my favorite way to plant up pots. It makes it so easy to get the hole right. So it's starting to rain now, so I have to hurry a bit. I've just moved over here so I can avoid getting way too drenched in the downpour. But I'm going to add some of this to the planting hole. It's so amazing. It just helps, as it says here on the back, within as little as 4 weeks, it, what does it say here? It creates an entire secondary root system that will support a plant or tree for its lifetime. So it's like a super thing to add to it. I'm going to give it some down here, just add it down here to the bottom of the planting hole. There you go, because you want to be in contact with the roots. So there they are. This guy was definitely ready for potting on. Look at him. So many roots. They actually grow really fast. I noticed that with the other one. Just really, really rooted fast. Let me get him out. So look at that. I'm going to loosen up the roots a little bit and sprinkle some more of the mycorrhizal fungi on him and get him into the pot. So I've just tried to gently loosen up the roots a little bit. I mean, I've never seen one this hot bound. It's like insane. I think he'll need repotting again in spring because I haven't even given him that much of a upsize in pots. There we go, slip him right in. See how easy that was? Amazing. All right, there he goes. Perfect. Lovely. Let's have a little look at you, mister. How are you doing? So, he does look fantastic. I'll just snip this bit off here. There's a little bit of packaging stuff, tightening up, keeping him from getting snapped, I suppose. Yeah, that's such a beautiful looking bush. Really, really lovely. And I am looking forward to trying the fruits whenever they come, but he's also just a really pretty thing to have. So, really happy with that. The next thing I'm going to do is water him with some after plant. Look at that. I got this lovely stuff here. It's feed and biostimulant. And it's just supposed to help them with the shocks of transplantation. They don't really like it that much. And just help them in general. I like to use it on all my plants. I don't have it that often, it's quite expensive, but I do like to use it when I'm doing this kind of thing, when I'm transplanting a plant, repotting them, or what have you. So I've mixed up some into this little watering can, and I'll give him a good root drench to make sure that the water runs right through to the bottom. Really give them lots of feed and help them settle in. Imagine that's enough. Let's have a look how it goes through. But the fact that we haven't got quite freezing temperatures yet is a good thing, because then he can get nice and settled in before winter. See, look, now the water's running through to the bottom, so that's really good. That's a good sign of him having a sufficient amount of feed there. So I'm going to overwinter him in a nice protected spot. I'll get him all sorted, and we'll see him next spring. So until then, happy gardening!